O te whaatalo whaatu se o tonga o tala I mena tutupu le so I Amerika Samoa le aso lima le nei umati. E momo atu le ufa amaria mai le mauta ngase I whanga alu wa to yeini se to lua wa tau fia nei I le mauta ngase o na fianga le COVID-19 Maleiva. E se whaalinga mai le li fomai a Dr. Akapusi Landua o le to lua wa tau fia mo tunga whitinga o le COVID o se te mamatua e se lau ma le lua tau sanga le matua no soifua mai whanga alu. Whaapema se tina I limas fulfata usanga le matua mai fatu mafuti. Le ta ua le li fomai o le te mamatua mai whanga alu e le I whaia se tui o le COVID whaapea fo I malatina mai fatu mafuti. O lo solo nga le leipea I la ua le te minei ma sa whaia I tonga whitinga I po treatments I le tau nei se I vanga nai se te mamatua sa whai ma whaamana vale o kisene. E pena winatu I tātou tala I le tau nei e hei fo I se to olua wa tau fia le ana avatu I le aso ana nafi le mauta ngase ono aunga le COVID o se te mai valu sulfitu te usanga le matua mai whangasa whaapema le te mai tae lua sulfitu te usanga le matua mai utulei na whaalia landua o le te mai le I whaia se tui o le te mai tae lua sulfitu te usanga o mai a umatu ia lua o le COVID o le tau fiai o lato nei o lona winga ua ato I I le whao tangata o tau fia le mauta ngase o no a fianga o le siama o le COVID Ua whaaniel te mai tai foma ia Francine Amo le to otelo tangata no atu le tau nei mo le whai o le tui o I lātou e mo umia le tui o le booster o I lātou uma umai a tui o le Moderna whapea ma le Pfizer ma le Janssen le so le na ngā vā umai I lātou le tui o le booster o I lātou uma mai Januari se I o mai a September lua safe lua sfultasi ua ngā vā foi mo le booster mai a sidia ma le lua sfuluafe I lātou ua ngā vā mo le tui le saunol te mai tai foma ia Francine Amoa o le asa tofi na te nei e afe lima salau ma le wha I lātou na o atu mo le whai o le tui mai le nā numera e afe lua salau tolus fruiva I lātou wa mai o na whai lātou tui o le booster.
O le tui nei o le booster o le ese senga e whaiti ai le tinga aina po o le matui ia o le wha mai e a wha ape alu e mawai oi. Pautua ina la le malu atunu o mai e whaitui o le booster. O le tuinga lea sa whai ana nafi o le stofi e ana tutoi mai na ale ono se lau mo na tupo a tātou tui e ai mole atu lea nganga whaaftai I le team lea le fima le na taunu mai ana nafi. Ona lato mai ma au mai tui lua afe fitu se lau mo I tātou. Lea lau mawhai e o na whaatau nuu le nei wha moe moe. E a o tātou o tele ina mawalalo le whainu mera tātou tui ono le to o tele leo o mai.
Ta walta mai tai fo mai esa mai tui no mai male fi mai la so na nafi o le asa to na ideal ato sa waile se tātou uta e au mai e fo I se tātou tui. Ta wa fo ilta mai tai fo mai we nei tonga fatinga mo I lātou e maua iaunga o le wha mai o le COVID.
O wha manueina I tātou I le nātu langa o lo maua vai la au wha pitoa mani fuala au wha pitoa. Tonga whitia ai se tangata ua maua ua positive ma ua lia ai aunga o le wha mai. Pautua ina le malo le atunuu. A wha apea o langona se ngase o le tino, fever, pe kale, pe whaalongo ina ti ngā o le tino I maso, le masani ai. Su mai tonu e whaisa usuenga o ina I loa ai. Po o le mea e tala whea ngai pe a ngā waa foi oi mō tātou waila au wha pitoa nei e tonga whiti ai le wha mai.
Le sau no fo te mai tai fo mai o lo ia fo I society mo le whanau e lalo I fo le dima tausanga pe a whai e maua iau mo le COVID.
Fo I le waila au wha pitoa mea tau antivirals, monoclonals e mawhai o na wha o ngā mo le whanau la iti lea e a alu ai oso se mai o na manatua o I lātou e leo anga waa mo le tui.
O le telo ta avale no atu mo tuwinga le tau nei na amataleina le tau le lima I le vavea ona le la. O leo wa whalia mai le matanga wengo le sui fumalo loi na e se furu whātangata o le atunuu wa fia iau ngolo COVID le mai ai suenga sa whai le so. E se lau fitu su whāsu enga sa whai le so e peo na whalia mai I se pepo o whamatalanga mai le matanga wengo le sui fumalo loi na. O tangata uma wa fia o tangata uma wa fia wa awina tuna I e whaatununga e ala le whaanofo e se o lato ainga ma ia tu ma mau mai se o tangata o ainga au whaanofo e se ai. E afe lima se lau ona sulfitu le awhai o tui sa whai le so I le tātou drive-thru o matanga wengo le sui fumalo loi na. Le awha ingo tangata wa maua iau mo le wha mai talu na pipisi tua ua lua sa lau lua sfun maleiva. Talofa, here's an update from KVZK News. Another 2 people have been admitted to the hospital due to COVID-19. Acting Chief of Staff Dr. Akapusi Landua told KVZK News the 2 admitted to the hospital this morning are a 102-year-old man from Whangalu and a 52-year-old from Fatu Mafuti. Dr. Landua said the 102-year-old, though stable, he requires oxygen from time to time. Neither of them have been vaccinated. As reported this morning on our KVZK update, 2 other people were admitted last night at the LBJ hospital due to COVID, an 87-year-old man from Whangasa and a 27-year-old woman from Mutulei. The 87-year-old man is unvaccinated and the woman fully vaccinated. These patients are the first in American Samoa to be admitted because of COVID. It has certainly been a busy day for the staff of the Department of Health as well as our police force, seeing here directing the traffic to the airport for the second vaccination drive-through by the Department of Health and its partner agencies. With the virus here now, those who were dragging their feet for months to get vaccinated can do so now simply by driving to these makeshift clinics to get the jab.
Started the day with about 600 plus doses. That was our count yesterday. But the FEMA team also arrived yesterday, and they brought in 2,700 doses for the Pfizer. So very, very pleased to have that available to offer to our people.
Boosters are available for anyone 12 and over. People who got the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines can get a booster 5 months after the initial 2-shot series. People who got the Johnson & Johnson 1-dose vaccine can also get the booster 2 months after the initial shot. According to Dr. Amor, boosters stimulate the immune system to raise antibody levels. Higher antibody levels generally are associated with a longer duration of protection against serious disease, as well as some enhanced protection against variants. This is why the booster, according to Dr. Amor, is encouraged for anyone eligible.
With our vaccine coverage at 80% or higher, and the virus now circulating in our community, those are the 2 ways that we're going to build immunity against COVID-19 long term. Now, the booster doses, as mentioned, prevents severe disease. That is why we're encouraging you to come and get the booster dose, because if you do test positive, if you do have both vaccine doses, you can still test positive for the virus. But the big difference is you will not have severe disease. That is the most important thing we want you to understand, and that's why we encourage you to come and get your booster dose.
Asked if there's treatment for those infected, Amor said yes, and while children under 5 to 11 years old cannot get the booster yet, they can still benefit from being vaccinated with a 2-dose Pfizer vaccine approved for this age group. Vaccination will still offer protection to children from serious illness due to COVID. It's the best protection available to them, said Dr. Amor.
Some of you may be wondering if we have the medicine to treat someone who tests positive and becomes sick or develops symptoms from COVID-19. And the answer is yes. In the last 2 years, the rest of the world has been living with COVID-19, and we here in American Samoa have been preparing. We got our vaccination coverage up. And while the medicines to treat COVID-19 were being developed, we now have them available to us. We have what they call antivirals and monoclonal antibodies. Both these 2 drug classes are available to our people here in American Samoa. Once you test positive and become symptomatic, our physicians will assess you. They will evaluate and identify which of these medicines will be best for you. Now, for the children who are less than 5 years old, the concern is they are not eligible for the vaccine. Therefore, they may become very, very sick should they test positive. The good news is we have the remdesivir. Again, it's an antiviral. It's an IV medication. It is available here on our island, specifically for those children under 5 years old, under 12 years old, who may be sick, develop symptoms. We have that available to help them. For the medication, there's monoclonals, which is administered through an IV, and you need to be monitored at our clinic for 1 hour. And there's also the oral antivirals. These are tablets that you can take home, and you take the medicine for 5 days, and it's supposed to help relieve your symptoms from COVID-19. But we definitely have those medicines available to help anyone who becomes positive, symptomatic, and needs treatment.
Dr. Amo also said some people in the community may not be able to get certain vaccines due to their age or health condition, but they rely on other people to help prevent the spread of the disease. Infants, older adults, and people with weakened immune systems, like those undergoing cancer treatment, are especially vulnerable to infectious disease. For example, newborn babies are too young to be vaccinated against whooping cough. Therefore, the vaccine is the only way to protect yourself and your families, said Dr. Amoa. DOH has confirmed that a total of 174 tests were conducted today, and a total of 14 individuals tested positive. Those who tested positive are served with a home isolation directive for 14 days. Anyone with COVID-19 must stay away from other people. This may include others in their homes. About 80.6% of the total population is fully vaccinated. Today, about 1,567 doses were administered. The total number of cases now in the community, 229. That's your update from KVZK News for tonight, March 5th. We'll have more for you tomorrow. Until then, have a pleasant evening. Good night.